The Forbidden Book of Enoch. Banned pages of the Bible reveal shocking truths of our untold history. Throughout the ages, humans have always been hooked on the mysterious and supernatural. From age-old tales of demons to the legendary stories of giants, our obsession with the unexplained has persisted through the ages. One such text that has intrigued scholars and believers alike is the Book of Enoch, a manuscript so shocking it was deemed too controversial for the sacred texts of the Bible. Today, get ready to embark on a thrilling journey into the forbidden territories of our past, unlocking the cryptic mysteries hidden within the infamous Book of Enoch. We'll delve into its forbidden passages, navigate through the mysterious realms of angels, come face to face with giants, and unveil the untold mysteries that have fueled our collective curiosity for generations. The Forbidden Book of Enoch. It is the late 1940s, and amid the ancient terrain near the Dead Sea, a Bedouin shepherd herding his flock stumbles upon more than just grazing land, a hidden treasure trove of secrets. As the story goes, he tosses a rock into a cave, only to be met with an unexpected sound. Curiosity takes over, and he ventures into the cave. What does he find? Jars upon jars of ancient manuscripts and extraordinary historical relics from the Second Temple period, known as the Dead Sea Scrolls. News of this discovery spreads like wildfire, setting off a frenzy of excitement and a bunch of archaeological expeditions in the area. And guess what? They uncover more caves with additional scrolls, giving us a unique peek into ancient times and the Jewish life and culture. Talk about a shepherd's day turning legendary. But what's the deal with this book? So, the Book of Enoch is this ancient religious text that some theorized came from Enoch, the great-grandfather of Noah, the guy behind the famous ark. It is a fascinating ancient religious text loaded with intriguing content. You've got the scoop on the origins of demons, Nephilim, those mysterious giant beings, insights into why angels decided to make a grand exit from heaven, a detailed breakdown of the necessity behind the Genesis flood, and even some prophecies about a Messiah reigning for 1,000 years. Ancient Jews and early Christians were all over this book, seeing it as a goldmine of spiritual and historical wisdom. Some even argued that it deserved a spot in the official biblical canon. However, as time rolled on, it ended up with the apocryphal label, meaning it's considered of doubtful authenticity by most Jews and Christians today. But interestingly, Ethiopian Jews and some Ethiopian Christians consider it to be a sacred and important part of their religious texts. Alright, now let's break down the Book of Enoch, chapter by chapter. Think of it as the ultimate ancient page-turner. Starting with the Book of Watchers. This chapter features rebellious angels, giant offspring, and some serious prophetic vibes. Here's the rundown. You have the Watchers, a special kind of biblical angel who starts as Earth's guardians. Sounds good, right? Well, not for long. They get tempted by the human race, and the next thing you know, the Watchers ditch their heavenly duties and go rogue. Their new mission? Spill some forbidden knowledge on humanity, and you guessed it, indulge in some not-so-heavenly romance with human women. Now, here's where it gets wild. The divine-human mingling results in the birth of the Nephilim. The Nephilim are a bunch of savage giants causing mayhem on Earth. These guys were no picnic. They pillaged and posed a serious threat to humanity. Witnessing the Nephilim-fueled mayhem, God decides it's flood time to wipe them out. But here's the kicker. Even after death, these Nephilim continue causing trouble. The Book of Enoch suggests that their spirits transform into malevolent entities, commonly known as demons. These demons are considered the corrupted and restless souls of the hybrid beings born from the forbidden interactions between angels and humans. But you'd think that's the end of the story, right? Not quite. God's got a little more in store for the Watchers. They get punished and bound in the valleys of Earth until Judgment Day. Talk about divine drama. 2. Similitudes of Enoch. Now things get apocalyptic here. The second book is all about the Messiah and what's going down in the end times. Spoiler alert, it's intense. The similitudes prominently feature the figure of the Son of Man, a messianic and cosmic figure who plays a central role in the final judgment and the establishment of God's kingdom on earth. This figure is described as having authority over all creation and will bring justice and salvation to the righteous. The text also delves into themes of judgment, the fate of the righteous and the wicked, and the eventual establishment of God's kingdom. 3. Astronomical book. Get ready for a cosmic journey. The third book is like an angelic tour guide, explaining everything from stars to the sun and moon. But hold on, it's not just your typical astronomical exploration. This book goes above and beyond by introducing a distinctive sun-based calendar, shaking up the traditional lunar calendar observed in Judaism. 4. Book of Dreams. This one is a historical roller coaster. It dives into the past of the people of Israel, covering everything from the flood in Genesis, Exodus, the first and second temples, and more. It's like the ultimate flashback, taking you on a ride through time until we hit the Messianic era. 5. Epistle of Enoch. Wrapping things up, the final book is a mixed bag. It spills more tea on the world's history and future, along with some solid life lessons for the next generation. Plus, it goes deep into the nitty-gritty of what makes someone righteous, or, well, not so righteous. It's important to note that the Book of Enoch is a collection of several texts, and the organization and categorization of these texts can vary. Now for the million-dollar question. Why was the Book of Enoch removed from the Bible? Quick answer: it was never in the Bible to begin with. But let's dig a bit deeper. Now, one big reason it got the boot is that no one was quite sure who wrote it. Sure, it's traditionally credited to Enoch, Noah's great-granddad, but who is the actual author? That's a mystery that raised eyebrows about its authenticity and whether it matched up with the other recognized biblical authors. Plus, the Book of Enoch seems to be a group effort, with different authors chipping in over hundreds of years. Not exactly the one-author blockbuster the Bible was going for. Then there's the content. The Book of Enoch dives deep into angels, demons, and cosmic stuff in a way that doesn't quite align with the mainstream biblical texts. Some of these unique ideas might have clashed with what early Christians and Jews were in agreement theologically. Now let's talk genre. The Book of Enoch falls into this mystical category called apocalyptic literature. Visions, symbolic language, and cosmic revelations. It's like the Marvel universe of ancient texts, but this mystical and esoteric style made it a bit too out there for a broader audience, leading the religious leaders to give it a pass. Long story short, the process of picking texts for the Bible involved careful consideration over centuries of what should be included and what should be excluded. The religious leaders wanted to ensure that the text chosen aligned with their theological beliefs and teachings, while also resonating with the wider community of believers. And Enoch, well, it just didn't quite hit the right notes for some folks. What does Jesus say about the Book of Enoch? When it comes to Jesus in the Book of Enoch, there's a bit of silence in the New Testament. Jesus, during his lifetime, never mentions or references the Book of Enoch. However, some of his apostles do make references to it in the New Testament. As for those who still believe in the Book of Enoch today, it's found a home in some religious communities in Africa, particularly among the Beta Israel community of Jews in Ethiopia. They've preserved the entire text in the Ge'ez language, although it's widely believed that the original language was either Hebrew, Aramaic, or both. Unfortunately, no Hebrew fragments of the Book of Enoch have survived. Remnants of the Book of Enoch are also found in other languages, like Latin, Greek, and Aramaic. And there you have it. Our journey for today is a wrap. If you had a blast with today's video, show some love by smashing that like button, tossing it over to your fellow history buffs, and hitting subscribe to keep up with History Spotlight's next deep dive into the hidden gems of our untold past. Until we meet again, stay curious, keep peeling back the layers of history, and catch you on the flip side.